Shalom. Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to start off giving all praises and blessings to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Raha Kodash. Double honors to the apostles, bishops, and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and salutations to the elect, pushing this word in truth and in sincerity, risking life and livelihood in so doing, in these times more than in any other. Shalom to the women and children who watch and who learn from these lessons. And now we're about to dig into the truth, all right? Because you have a lot of naysayers, people who are naysayers, and people who really don't get it. Okay, can't get rights. All right. Cousin Jerry's. All right, Uncle Lou's. All right. They just don't get it. Okay. So in order to understand the mystery, as the elder Apostle Tahar would say, you have to understand the history. Okay. And so many people are unable to get white Jesus. All right, I'm going to say white Jesus, or Caesar Borgia out of their mind. All right. Our people have Africa on the brain. Okay. They have Africa on the brain. And the reality is, we were in Africa, okay, which is true, which is going to be covered in this lesson. But we also had greater kingdoms and a greater existence outside of Africa, as I'm about to attempt to show you. And so this is just going to be a quick historical lesson. All right. And so I'm going to go into the Byzantine Empire. All right. Now I'm going to start off to give you a timestamp for the scripture. All right. And prophecy. Okay. Because all of this was prophecy to come. All right. And so first, all right, I'm just waking up, man. Okay. And they're letting me record, so that's great. Get rid of that. Let's see. King. Then. They're funny, man. All right. And this is called the Siege of Jerusalem. All right. And there's so much information to process. All right. You're just not going to be able to hit everything on this. Not going to be a nail on the head on everything. Okay, because this is not, I'm not sitting down doing a debate, but this is just off the dome, freestyle, man. All right. The siege of Jerusalem. All right. This was under Titus. All right. The siege of Jerusalem in 70 CE. All right. Was the decisive event of the first Jewish, Roman war, a major rebellion against Roman rule in the province of Judea. All right, and this is ultimately, this is why they would never let us build up, get it together. Okay, none of these countries. Again, you go to the Psalms, the 83rd chapter. None of these countries would ever let us get it together. And when you go through the scriptures, you'll see how they always wanted to have their hand in helping us to build or develop. After the Most High took us down, all of these people know who we are, man. All right. So that's something for a person that's into the scripture. If you're into the scriptures, the times that we would rebuild after being destroyed. All right. And how these other nations always wanted to assist in us building. All right. And if they didn't assist in us building, they would come and destroy us. So even until this day, that has been a reality. All right. Of our people. And as of late, you see things like Tulsa, Oklahoma, Bronzeville, Chicago, many places across the United States. Okay. Even Christopher Columbus and these Edomites coming to America to begin with. Okay, they came, allegedly looking for spice routes, which is false. Okay, they came to rob and take down the Israelites here in America. Okay, and so hey, one of the statements that Frederick Douglass says always resonates with me when he said that he remembered his master's wife, his master telling his wife, because his wife asked him why she couldn't teach Frederick Douglass how to read, and the master told Frederick Douglass, well, if we taught them how to read, they would go crazy. Now that's in the autobiography of Frederick Douglass, and I don't know how a lot of these so-called scholars overlook that. Okay. And then when you look at the movie, with Nat Turner, and Nat Turner, when he was a little boy and he was reading the Bible. Okay. See, the Edomite showed Jake how to read, and that's where you get a lot of these individuals now. A lot of these individuals from the late 90s to the 2000s. Okay, because when Jake was in the reading, Jake had a different position about himself. He wouldn't fall really too bad for some of this bullshit. Okay, so what they've done is they just taught you how to say words and taught you what the words were, okay? But didn't teach you what the understanding of these words that you're reading are. All right? So you have people who are able to read words, but, they don't understand the meaning. They're able to read and have no understanding of what they're reading. And that's the way that Esau ultimately wanted it. You could see that it was done here in Chicago very extensively by one of the mayor candidates, Paul Vallis. Okay, Paul Vallis, he is responsible for a lot of, him, Rahm Emanuel, okay? They're responsible, even Obama, okay? They're responsible for a lot of the madness that you see going on, all right? Let me see. And so here's a historical, summary. Okay. See, and here's the thing. Okay, it says I'm just jumping around. It says started in 63 BCE, before Common Era. All right, under Roman General Pompey. All right, he captured Jerusalem. All right, said then the revolt, then the Jews. Okay, they revolted. The revolt was successful at first. Okay, Jewish forces quickly expelled the Romans from Jerusalem. All right, and a revolutionary government was formed that extended its influence into the surrounding area. Okay, so that's why they keep us down. Okay, the most. They don't care about these. Anybody else building up, and But with us, there's no chance in hell that they're gonna let you Jake. So you Jakes, you're looking for reparations. You're looking to try to build. Talking about this wealth, generate. Hey, you could forget about it. Okay, they're going to put up the people that you see. The people that you see flashing money on social media. Those are plants. Those are government plants. They're sponsored by the government. If you see them flashing money with the telephone flashing money on social media, those people are sponsored by the government. Okay, now you're seeing how this guy, I did a video on this guy Big Meech. Okay, how when he first got out of jail, everybody was flocking him around him, like he was someone great. Okay, and that guy was responsible. He's responsible for destroying the black community as you knew it. Okay, because with him selling the drugs, it was a vacuum to take money out of your community. All right, whatever community, and it also it disrupted those blacks who had built homes. Big Meech didn't build homes, or like the Italian mob. They built communities. They built stores. Okay, this nigga Meech did nothing, and now he's being exposed. All right, they're exposing this guy. So anyway, the revolt was successful. First, Jewish forces quickly okayed it. And so, all right, in response, the Roman Emperor Nero, okay, who, starting with the elder apostle Tahar, says Nero has returned in the form of Donald Trump. Okay, so we'll see. We'll see. He's doing a lot. Okay, he's doing a lot, and actually, a lot of the stuff that he's doing, it really looks kind of favorable when you really look at it. Okay, if you, in my opinion, okay, it looks favorable for him because he's actually doing something about things that have gone unchecked. You know, the gender, okay, the gender thing. All right. I'm not saying that he's going to change it, but he's made mention and he said he's going to change this and change that. All right. Now we all know that these devils speak with the forked tongue. All right. Now don't get caught up in the politics and get all emotional. Oh, he's talking. No, man. You have to open your damn mind, man. Okay? I'm in no way, form, or fashion saying to trust. I was going to call him Nero, Donald Trump. Okay? And I'm not going to go into the politics of what he's doing, but me being a person who hands on with any job I've worked, and to see people who are not hands on able to work from home and still bark orders. Okay, no, you got it, and you've never been in the front line. No, sir. No, you should be working. You're making, and especially with the corona. All right. Those in management were the ones who pushed. Either you do it or you starve. Okay? They're the ones in management who are losing their jobs. Okay? Who do nothing. Really, they do nothing. They're not on the front line. Okay? So anyway, people at home giving orders, that's a waste of money, man. That's a waste of money. So anyway, Nero sent the general Vespasian to meet the Jewish forces. Now, if you're thinking that when it's talking about Jewish, it's talking about 1948ers, you're out of your goddamn mind. This is in no form of shape or fashion talking about those people that you see in the country now. Okay, the Goldsteins, the Diamonds. This is not talking about them. This is talking about the so-called Negroes. All right? We're so-called Negroes. All right? So-called black people. And at this time, the Northern Kingdom was not in the land. All right? So you only had the Southern Kingdom there. Okay? And the Southern Kingdom put up a fight. Okay? With the strongest army in the world at this time. Okay? An endeavor that pushed the majority of the rebels into Jerusalem by the time Vespasian was proclaimed emperor in 69 CE. All right. Okay, as you see, location 70, location Israel, Jerusalem, participant Israelites, ancient Rome, and these players are all back again today. All right. Now, when you go into and again, don't get caught up by these dumbass pictures, man. This picture has nothing to do. Okay, this picture right here has nothing. This picture's probably from the 1800s. Okay, has nothing to do with 70 AD. They just throw that in there because you jakes, you look at pictures and that's the part of their magic. Okay, that's how Esau performs his magic. All right, this has nothing to do with the article. All right. And so, there's a book called From Babylon to Timbuktu. You can read that book, and you'll see that those Israelites, those Israelites were, ultimately pushed out of Jerusalem. All right, they fled. Okay, they fled, and there were, a million of them fled into North Africa. Okay, which Simon, okay, was called a nigger, okay, because the Israelites were back and forth through Africa. Africa was a sanctuary. All right, you had Israelites that were in Africa as well. Africa, people look at try to play dumb like Africa was is just this sandbox. All right. See, only we believe in those falsehoods. Not saying that Africa is our homeland, but we had dealings in Africa at this time. It's again, it's in the scriptures. Okay, Simon was called nigger. All right, you had a lot of Israelites who were back and forth through that region. All right, they were doing dealings, all the way to King Solomon. All right, was doing dealings with these Africans in trade, because that's what this video is about. All right, so we're gonna go into the video now. Wait, so let me get a scripture. I have to hurry up because gonna have to get ready. All right, so this is Revelation 12 and 14. Okay, 13. It says, and when the dragon saw that he was cast unto the earth, he persecuted the woman which brought forth the man child. All right. And once the Roman Empire fell, okay, you had the Byzantine Empire, all right, that arose. All right. So I'm gonna play this video. How much time is on there? Damn.
State tax system and trade links reaching across Eurasia, the Byzantine economy maintained an important position into medieval times, projecting an image of great wealth and prestige. However, the 1204 Fourth Crusade proved to be a catastrophe, plunging Byzantium into an economic decline from which it never recovered. Upon the eve of the Ottoman conquest of Constantinople in 1453, the once great...
Okay, and so he, and again, they're showing pictures of Edomites, but that look they're showing, look, there's a Jake there, okay? But you know, he's been whitewashed. Now they all may have been whitewashed. All right.
Skleros, Byzantine general and a member of the Skleroi family who held vast estates in the east, led a revolt against the Emperor Basil II that lasted from 976 to 979. Taxation in the Byzantine Empire. Thanks to its Roman history, Byzantium possessed an advanced bureaucracy and tax collection system that had been introduced by the Emperor Diocletian.
All right. Now Diocletian, that was a Jake. All right. He's a Jake, and I believe he was over Rome. Okay. And you can check me on that. But the main point of this is, all right, which and you could go in and watch this video. All right. Diocletian was a Jake. He was a Roman emperor. All right. So those Edomites, by the time of Diocletian, those Edomites were up out of there. Okay.
In other lands, peasants also paid a personal tax, which later on became a household tax, known as the kapnikos. Trade. Aside from agriculture, trade was an important element of the Byzantine.
You see, this is the important thing. This is where it all, okay, gets to the nitty gritty. All right. Trade. All right. And now it's time for me to get ready for work. I'm gonna keep going on anyway. So you just don't have an empire without making money. Okay. America is not America. Wouldn't be America without the slaves, without the Israelites. Okay. And most notably the slaves. There would be no America. Okay. These Edomites could talk all the shit that they want to talk. These devils could lie through their fucking stale ass cracker teeth. All right. But there would be no America without slaves, without you so-called Negroes. All right. Because again, that's, this is Esau coming up. All right. But before that, I want to show you this map. As you can see in the middle of the map, you have Constantinople, Baghdad, okay, Aleppo, okay, and what you can see on this map. So these were the trade routes. As you see, they went up through Morocco, okay, where you get a lot of these people calling themselves Moors. All right, they call themselves Moors. Now they'll say that you had Moors before the Byzantine Empire. Well, I don't know. Now, maybe you did, okay, but in the East, okay, in the East, which all of this is Asia, okay, all of this, they call it Europe, but that's false. This is one land mass. I said one land mass. Kept talking a little fast. This is one whole land mass, all right, which is called Asia. And to the south of Asia, going down, all right, is Africa, the next landmass. Okay, there's no Asia, then Europe, no. And so all of your salt, the majority of your salt, your herbs, your spices, there was no refrigerators, freezers during this time period, all right? And so spices and salt is what was used to preserve the meats, okay? Because you had people who were living on the sea. You had heat. The heat would come down. If you had to catch a fish, the fish would spoil. If you're transporting goods, fruits or whatever, they would spoil. So you needed spices and herbs that were coming from Africa, okay, in these areas that the Israelites controlled. Okay? And you know, people see man, what's this guy name? Musa. All right? They talk about Musa all the time. All right? And Musa was an Israelite. All right? And he learned his trading, what got him that gold, from his knowledge of an Israelite. Now, everybody don't always, just like now, you got niggas, okay? Now you got niggas who come in and they get this truth and then they use it, they try to sell it to make money because it's solid truth, man. You got niggas debating with this truth, man, to try to get a name for themselves. They're not trying to, they're not really exalting Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. You know, this thing is all about teaching Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, man. All right? So, these trade routes, as you see, those, you know, there's black. Let me see if I can blow it up. I don't want to move it too much. And you see those lines. Okay, those are major trade hubs. Damascus. Okay, Damascus is a major trade hub. Aleppo, Antioch. Okay, from the Roman Empire. All right, this is after the Roman Empire fell, but you see, now you had the Israelites who had come in. You see, all the way from over here to you know, you had sugar. See that? See, Jake already knew how to farm and raise sugar. Our people already knew that. Esau didn't know a damn thing about sugar. All right? Gold, all of the resources were in the Israelite part of Africa. And as you see to the north of what they call that Fez, okay, there they call it Fez. So that's where you would get, and that's by Morocco. So that's where you would get the Moors, you know, talking about the Fez. They don't know what the fuck they talking about, man. All right. Above that you have Spain. So you see Seville, Cordova. All of that was Israelite. Those were so-called Negroes. Okay. So-called Negroes. All right. Sardinia. You know, you could just look, man. All right. Venice. All of this. Okay. Jake, man. All right. But what happened was over to the east, all right, over to the east, you know, you had the rise of Muhammad, of the Arabs. And so with the rise of the Arabs, okay, the Arabs influenced your Africans. They influenced those Puff Daddy ass Israelites, all right, Jay-Z, all right, Floyd Mayweather Israelites. They influenced them, okay, and told them, look, you become Muslim, okay, you sell out, you coon ass nigga, which you know, and you know, you'll be able to make money, and we'll spare your lives, and so that's ultimately how you know, you had these, you know, the first slave trade, okay, is a result of the collapse of the Byzantine Empire. All right.
Economy. Constantinople was positioned along both the east-west and the north-south trade routes, and the Byzantines took advantage of this by taxing imports and exports at a 10% rate. Grain was a key import, particularly
in the Byzantines, those were Israelites as well, okay? Those were Israelites.
After the Arab conquests of Egypt and the Levant meant the empire lost its primary sources of grain. Silk was also an important Byzantine import, as it was crucial to the state for diplomatic and prestigious purposes. However, after silkworms were smuggled into the empire from China, the Byzantines developed their own silk industry.
You see that? See, that's Moab. Moab snuck, he did some war type. That's a war tactic. He snuck in silkworms, all right? And the worms ate and devoured the silk. You see? Because Jake was wealthy, man. This is how you were taken down, man. All right? You're going back and forth. You're mad at us, okay, because your ass is out here, okay, looking stupid. You and the nigga woman together skanking, funky and ashy, all right? You're fanky, stanky and funky.
And no longer had to rely on foreign supplies. Various other commodities were also traded, both internally within the empire and internationally beyond its borders. Oil, wine, salt, fish, meat, and other foods were all traded, as were materials.
All right, and so that's what I already told you. So now, where are we? So I'm going to just, and you can, and this is just a brief, spotlight on history, man. All right, so I'm going to get a scripture, all right? So I got to get ready. So what was I? I was at Revelation 12 and 14, all right? I started at 13, now I'm at 14. It said, and to the woman were given 2 wings of a great eagle, that she might fly into the wilderness. And the wilderness was Africa. Okay, that was our wilderness. Okay, that's where we got our resources from. Okay, Africa. Into her place where she is nourished for a time, and that's where we were nourished at, in Africa. Okay, where she is nourished for a time and times and half a time from the face of the serpent. The serpent is Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, all right? And the serpent cast out of his mouth water as a flood. And so that is the Renaissance period, all right? Renaissance meaning rebirth. You see all of these whitewashed images of people. You got our people talking about King James was a white man. Okay? All of that is false. All right? You see these pictures that, Putin is pulling out, okay, of those people, of those very people, man. And Jake just went back to fucking sleep. You see, but they're talking about Drake and Kendrick Lamar, man. You niggas need to, you gotta go, man. Get the fuck out of here, man. The day of the Geechee is gone, man. And they put a copyright on that video, man. All right, just for showing that. So hey, it is what it is, man. It is what it is. And the serpent cast out his mouth water as a flood after the woman, and that's the lies, that he might cause her to be carried away of the flood. All right. And we were. Okay, even now. Okay, niggas calling themselves Negroes. They say they're Egyptians. They're called, just dumb as hell, man. Dumb as hell. Okay? Don't want to relate to who they are, man. It says, and the earth helped the woman. Okay? And the earth opened her mouth and swallowed up the flood which the dragon cast out of the mouth. And every time they go dig and excavate some land, whether they're in South America or here in North America, they're digging up artifacts that show that we are indeed the true Hebrew Israelites. Whether it's Los Lunas, New Mexico, or Bat Creek, where you're finding the Hebrew words here in the West, with the Gadites and the Reubenites, okay? And the rest of the tribes of Israel, okay? Ephraim, Salakia, all right? You're finding all of this, information that is stored here, okay? Not in, when you go dig up in Europe, you're not finding that there, okay? Unless they stole it and took it there, because now they become tomb raiders, okay? Laura Croft. So anyway, this was just a quick, and there's more. I could go on for a few hours on this, but you Jakes, you get bored, man. All right? But this was just a brief summary showing you how they took us down, okay? How we ended up in chains and in slavery, and to where we are now, all right? And how it happened, how it occurred, all right? And it happened, because the Most High took us down, all right? Ultimately, it was Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai Ba'Shem, Rahah HaKwadash, who took us down. So with that being said, Lord willing, you were edified by this lesson. Till next time, Shalom.